All right, welcome to Raising Funds for World Domination, day number 240. All right, once again, there's no updates on these items, and we will continue on with work on the terminal block mining simulation game. Let's see, so last night, let me move that up a bit. Last night, I made some changes to how the frame is drawn. And the goal there let's run it. The goal of these changes will be to improve the drawing of the frames, to kind of to fix some of the stale characters that need to be overwritten in a more general way, so that way they're maintained like separate layers, specifically with like the coordinates here. So that compiles. And I guess at the end of the stream last night, I added an enum so I don't keep making that mistake, or at least to clarify this function call. All right, let's make sure that works. All right, the right border looks okay. right, bottom border works. Okay, so the next thing to do will be to separate this out. So right now I'm creating the border layer and drawing it. And I'll change this so this only runs once. I guess this will have to run on frame change. J Hom IEOG says good weighment. Thank you. I take pride in my weighments. Are you a full-time YouTube video producer? Yeah, basically. As of this year, a lot of my time has been spent on that. I think it was, last tax year was the first year where YouTube income surpassed the consulting income, and the consulting stuff was going downhill anyway. +40 hours a week making videos. Yeah, it probably has been. It probably has been more than that. It's a lot of work to make a video. Let's see. So this method, what I want to be able to do is pass in layers that'll get merged in on top of the frames. That's probably the easiest way. I'll just break my the map area stuff first. Let's see what that does. Study film production. Made many videos. Massive amount of work. Editing, post-production. Yeah, especially for a lot of the stuff I do, like I want to create content that is accurate and informative. So I try to actually spend a lot of time like making sure that it's correct. And then if I like watch it and then it's wrong, I'll try and fix it. So I don't know. I kind of hope that having more like educational content would be more monetizable, but I don't know. It's YouTube is kind of weird. Like when a video is trending, like when the channel is trending, I'll be making like $500 a day for a few days, and I'm like, wow, this is great. $500 a day. I'll be making a lot of money this month, and then that month will be good, and then it just kind of rolls off and plateaus. And there's almost like zero correlation between how much work and time goes into a video versus how much money it makes. And the difference is like my best videos make 10,000 times more money than the worst videos. So it's yeah, it makes it difficult to predict what I should waste my time on. Let's see, so I think do I already have a method for this? That might work. So many people dream of being full-time YouTube creators not realizing it's a massive amount of video editing work. Yeah, people think it's like the time it, like, especially you can consume a video so fast, especially when you put it on like 2 times speed, and now they have like, you can do 2.5 times speed. So you watch like a 10-minute video in 5 minutes, but that 10-minute video might be edited down from like that might be one day of someone like 2 hours of recording in the morning, and then 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon, and then like maybe a bunch of editing, and then if you put like some overlays and stuff in it, yeah, very, very time consuming. I guess it's you have to be you have to kind of like the process of meticulously like reviewing over stuff and editing stuff, and if you don't enjoy that part, then it probably, well, there's a lot of people that they start a channel and then they'll like they'll make their banner like new videos every Tuesday, and then they post one video on one Tuesday, and then that's the last video they ever post. Okay, it looks like that actually fixed the frames now. There's lots of potential for race conditions, but it looks like that might be okay. Mr. Beast did a video, which is a day in the life of Mr. Beast. Impressive amount of producing video content. Yeah, I watched them. I've never really had an interest in Mr. Beast videos, but I took an interest in his like the meta aspect of his stuff, because I figured if I'm gonna spend more time in this, I should learn. He's the most successful one. There's also, I don't know, I have some kind of questions about like if there's other stuff going on with Mr. Beast. There's like, I have noticed there's certain people that just seem to get like an algorithm boost for, I don't know, they're in a certain club that I'm not in or something. I think it may have been too, like most likely, I'm sure at YouTube headquarters, I think they probably have a dashboard where they like look and see like who are the creators. Like they would just rank like who's the fastest growing creator, who is the one of the top videos and stuff, and then like they're watching that, saying like, okay, who should we deliberately promote? Like there's one guy. I think he lost his mind eventually. He was a prank YouTube channel, and he used to go around like pranking people, and then he like assaulted some woman and lost his mind and stuff. And he had a big YouTube channel, and people like that, I would assume YouTube would look at that and be like, this guy, people like to watch his videos, but this looked bad on us, and we're probably get a lawsuit and stuff. Whereas like if you look at what Mr. Beast does, he was like giving I think his first viral video was he gave some money to a homeless person or something. Yeah, everybody was doing all these like good deeds, so he figured YouTube probably figured like, this looks good on us if we like make this the thing that we deliberately promote, and then everyone tries to copy that, then it's good for the platform and we make money and we don't get sued. And so I assume there's some of that going on where they, like, even if you do figure out the algorithm, if you're something you're doing, it does not align with the best interest of YouTube, then they won't promote you. you think? Mr. Beast accidentally started producing content as a young teen. Epic Gaming, which meant his audience cohort was prime demographic. They want a young audience. Yeah, I guess that's true, but it's also true for there's lots of other people that did the same thing. They didn't pop off like he did. The first billion is the hardest. Yeah, once I get that first billion, the next 11 billion should be pretty easy. What is the simplest way to do this? All right, does that work? All right, interesting. That works, even when I didn't expect it to. Oh, actually, it does still have the error. Let's fix that now. I was once a billionaire till I lost it all. Oh, this is unfortunate. How do you make your billions? studying right now? Just listening to this live. Helps you focus. Excellent. That's what it's here for, I guess. That seems to be the niche that I've been occupying. I'll try not to loudly bump the microphone, which I do occasionally. I like the sudden, yeah, it must be a typo, sudden humid. Sudden interruptions. Yeah, I guess it makes it more realistic. Isn't it winter break? What are you studying? Oh, studying for job interviews. What's the standard practice these days? It's still lead code, I guess. Well, that's almost correct. See, that's top. There we go. I guess wrong dimension. trying to review Kubernetes, observability tools, Terraform, and Ansible. Also, refresh my knowledge of design patterns, like hexagonal repository. Actually, you don't even know what hexagonal is. Repository. I don't think I've heard of that as a design pattern. I'm out of the loop. I wouldn't get a job. I think I've used Kubernetes like one time. Terraform. Haven't used that either. Where is my coordinate? It's supposed to be up here. So x equals 10, y equals 0. So the placement offset is 10. Anyone seen videos of a janitor humbling bodybuilders in the gym? I think I actually did see that, like shorts of some like random janitor lifting the weights. And he was stealthily actually super strong. For design patterns, I feel most experienced. Devs don't know what they are. Devs know what they are, but just don't know the name. Yeah, I've probably, yeah, you mentioned hexagonal design pattern. I don't think I've ever heard of that. Let's see, this was printing a second ago. Oh, you know what? That's probably something is backwards. Top right, bottom left. Top right, top right, bottom left. Why is it not working? The first one is top. Probably what bees do to write their code. That's a very good guess. Hexagonal, aka ports adapter pattern, which is something popular in microservices. Okay. I find there's a lot of one thing that annoys me. It's a lot of like, I don't know, like snobbery around like irrelevant domain knowledge, or like not necessarily even irrelevant, but like knowledge that like people always seem to, they get used to a certain way of doing things at like one company, and then they assume that everyone in the world does it that way. Like a good example is like agile development. There's like you can ask someone to define it. Like if you go to like computer science definitions, you can ask someone, what is the definition in data structures of a list? What's the definition of a stack? What's the definition of a queue? What kind of methods does it implement? But then like design pattern, or like with something like agile, there's no specific definition. It's like a made up concept, and then other people will be like, oh, you're not doing real agile, and then they argue about it. And crazy way to work. It's hard to get a job. Find out that your coworkers are incompetent. That's the modern world that we live in. Now, if only I can stop being incompetent and figure out why my merging is not working. It's behaving like it's merging onto the left overlays. Should be going on to top. Okay, let's try this. See what that does. You mean people being dogmatic? or my kung fu is better than your kung fu syndrome. Yeah, I guess that's dogmatic. Would maybe I think dogmatic doesn't necessarily fully encapsulate it. It's like well, I don't know. I don't remember the exact definition, but of dogmatic. But like, I think usually when people are dogmatic, they're overly adherent to a set of rules. But for the most part, they're like an established. If someone is overly dogmatic, they're usually like other people can understand and acknowledge that, technically that is the rule. But then in a lot of computer science stuff, it's almost like an arbitrary religion, and then people just try to, certain people will try to like make other people feel bad, or like look down at you because you don't know the true way to do agile. Some of them struggle to write for loop during peer programming sessions. Makes me wonder if we did the same interview. Yeah, I had a boss who had graduated from computer science, and he used to ask me these why is that drawing it in the wrong location? Okay, what if I do 0, 0? Critical culture, yeah, that's another component of it. The real survival strategy, I guess, just involves trying to smooth over people's eccentricities. If your boss has thinks he's mastered the true art of agile, just you have to humor him. Oh, you know what might be the issue? I think my layers are backwards. Because by convention, the lowest layer is the bottom one. I was also practicing how to use AI-assisted programming. Took several days to learn to use it effectively. Using AI is very hard. Yeah, I actually I have not yet had the time to really even get around with it and to get around to experimenting with it. Okay, I think I'm almost there. I'm messed up the... Okay, now this might do it. All right, there we go. Now, does this work with... Oh, look at that. It still has the bug. What's going on? That's crazy. Why does that still do that? That's what I think I'm missing. I think it could take several days or weeks to learn to use something like Cursor. Hopefully that helps. Yeah, I looked into it a little bit, but there's well, that's not expected. That's crazy. What is that? Oh man. Oh boy. That's not at all what I expected. Well, that's probably because what I need to do is merge all the borders. Yeah, I can fix this. I just need a couple merge steps. Alright, well, I'll commit that as progress. Actually, let me go back. Yeah, a lot of the AI stuff that I looked to do, there was like plugins and stuff for it, but they're all, like a lot of them are just broken and stuff. And people keep talking about how AI is going to automate everything and all the jobs and stuff. Well, if it's going to automate programming, the first thing it should automate, they should focus on automating, if they want to get rid of programmers, is automate the process of programming a plugin for an AI coding tool that actually works. Because they're all... that's why I started using IntelliJ, and I've stopped using IntelliJ because it's... I tried debugging with it the other day, and they still haven't fixed. Back in June of this year, they pushed a bunch of stuff that broke. So I used to be able to play this terminal game within the IntelliJ IDE. I put a bunch of work into making that work, and they like upgraded or changed the built-in console, and I think the issue was, it stopped responding to cursor position reports. That was one issue, and then there was another feature detection thing that stopped working. There was that, and then also there's a parsing issue or something with arguments. So when I in the IntelliJ IDE, if I put in arguments, it's not parsing the white space correctly, so I cannot only put in one parameter, not two. And just stuff like that makes it impossible to even develop. And I looked into whether they have a plugin for Claude Code, and I looked up the reviews, and they were all 1-star reviews, and they're like, this is totally broken and can't do basic stuff like copy and paste. And that the reviews were so bad, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'll bother using this. I'll just wait until they get all the bugs ironed out and figure out this whole model context protocol thing. I don't really care to screw around for days getting some plugin to work. It's probably got to be good by now. I'm overdue for going back to take a look at it. But in any case, I'll probably call it a night. My bug is back, but the way to fix this will be I'll have to do one merge with the let's see. Yeah, the reason that's not working, I think, is because it's well, I don't know. I'll take a look at it tomorrow night. Just like the basics of Cursor. Cursor IDE. Okay. I didn't even know they had or actually Cursor ID. I'm not even familiar with that. Tools worked. The issue is it takes me longer to review the code AI writes. Fixing the code AI writes just isn't smart enough. Causes more problems. Yeah. I mean, it's great, and it can generate tokens, no problem. I actually, I kind of think it's the way it's gonna, I think it is gonna be transformative, but the way, there's certain specific types of problems. The thing I keep coming back to is in situations where if the acceptable solution space has lots of free parameters, if it doesn't have to be precise, it just has to be specific and articulate, then that's fine. So I think a perfect example of stuff AI would be really bad at would be writing an extremely super optimized memory copy function where you have to there's only you can make a memory copy that's very complicated with like byte alignment and stuff and all these special cases and overlaps and stuff. But for a specific case, like it has to move the memory exactly correct. And if it gets one bit wrong, then the solution is totally useless. But if you ask an AI to like maybe write the HTML code for a web page that wishes someone happy birthday, AI is really good for that because it'll give you some specific thing. But there's lots of degrees of freedom for an acceptable solution. And also for HTML, you can have like a garbage HTML with like mismatched tags and stuff. So if the AI writes like doesn't close the table tag or something, the browser will probably be totally fine. The comparable example. Even getting AI to do a search and replace if some text is bad. And I just use said, yeah, I think that like that may end up being the correct way to use it, is like you ask the AI to give you a sed command, and then you use the sed, it's like a multi-step interactive process. But I could imagine certain other things like pen testing and stuff, like asking an AI to generate 5,000 different pen testing cases or something, or a million or a trillion or something. But anyway, I'll call it a night. We'll return tomorrow for day 241. We'll pick up where we left off. Yeah, it takes 3 minutes to do a search and replace. Yeah. All right, have a good night.